What is going on, man? This is Patrick James here, and today I want to talk about different ways that you can meet women in your city if you don't really like going out to bars and nightclubs at night and cold approaching those women. So the reason I'm making this video is because I got a comment on one of my Facebook videos. I think it was a live stream I did last Sunday. If you didn't already know, I'm doing live streams every single Sunday on my Facebook fan page. So definitely like my page below, get on one of those on the following Sunday because you will definitely not regret it. So the comment I got was actually from a guy named Eddie, and he's actually not old enough to go out to bars and nightclubs. And you know, my answer is obviously going to be good for you if you are old enough and you still don't like going out to those types of environments. So one thing I want to say before I get into one tip I want to give you for this video is that if you don't like going out to bars and nightclubs, then that's okay. You shouldn't feel bad about that because honestly, cold approaching women in a bar and a nightclub is probably the least efficient way to meet women and actually bring those women into your life. And that's simply because, fix my hat real quick, that's simply because most of those women who go out to those settings are expecting to get hit on. So no longer are you some unique guy who had the confidence to go up and talk to her. You're just another dude. You're one of the 10 to 100 guys who's probably talked to her in that night. So it's a very inefficient way to meet women. But that said, a lot of people still enjoy it because it is a fun way to meet women. So let's get into different ways that you can meet women in a warmer environment or even during the day. Because if you were cold approaching women and you had to do the cold approach thing, for example, if you didn't know any women, then obviously you got to approach somebody or get into a social circle where there are women. But if you were doing the cold approach thing and if that's your thing, then meeting women during the day is definitely going to be a higher, more efficient way of meeting those women. So definitely find out where girls are hanging out during the day. Maybe they're at coffee shops, maybe they're at grocery stores. I have a roommate who goes to Whole Foods during his lunch break every day because a lot of very attractive and fit women go buy organic food for lunch during the day. So that's one way that you can meet women. But another way, and I would say the most efficient way, is to find different places where people congregate who have similar interests and similar backgrounds. So, for example, if you like to dance, maybe you join a hip hop dance class that has women in there. If you like yoga, join a yoga class because a lot of women like yoga. Or if you like to go hiking, start going hiking and meeting women on the hiking trail. It's very easy. Now, here's one tip that I want to give you for this video, and it's a social hack that you probably have never thought of or even heard of before, and it's called Meetup.com. And basically Meetup.com is just it's almost like a social media platform where people can congregate and join these different groups, and these groups have events. So for example, you can see I got mountains in the background over here. I live in Arizona, and there's a lot of hiking trails in Arizona. And surprisingly enough, there's a meetup in fact, there's like hundreds of meetups for people who like to go hiking in Arizona. So I don't know what city you're from, but I can guarantee if you just hop on meetup.com, you're gonna find different groups for different interests, for different activities, for different hobbies, where you can link up with these people, collaborate with these people, and actually just meet with these people and befriend these people. So there's also different groups for singles in your city on meetup.com. There's groups for knitting, there's groups for dancing, I'm sure. There's groups for bike riding. There's groups for literally any type of interest that you can even think of. In fact, I know that there's a group in Scottsdale for people who like to make videos, for people who like to do YouTube, for people who like to do internet marketing, for people who have websites, for people who have any type of interest. You can find that on Meetup.com. So that's one way that I would suggest building a social circle and meeting women for that social circle who actually have similar interests to you, because when you're doing it that way and you're actually building up social value around these people and you actually have similar interests, then no longer are you having to cold approach women in these environments with loud music and bright lights and people who are always trying to like shove you out of the way and cock block you, etc., because those are all things that you have to put up with in a bar, in a nightclub. And if you just cut all that shit out and do shit smarter during the day, then you're gonna see a lot of success. So I hope that helped you out, Eddie, or anybody else who kind of had similar struggles to Eddie, and I will see you in the next video.
Okay.